Hello friends, in the given question it is given that which of the following options are true. Now it is the question about the equivalence. It's about the asking about this statement. This means it is a logical equivalence. Logical equivalence. Logical equivalence, let us suppose I am writing S1 logical equivalence to S2. S1 logical equivalence, then it means that if S1 is true, S2 must have to be true. Whereas if S1 is false, S2 can be anything. So now in the first option they have given P logical implication of Q, implication Q, this P. So now let us take, if P is Q, take one example, any one, because only two possibility can be possible. If P, case 1, first one, if P is true and Q is going to be true or false, whatever, take one condition, P is true and the Q has to be true. Now if P is false, then Q can be anything. That is our fundamental concepts for the logical equivalence. Now in the first query, if let us suppose I am taking P is equal to 0 and Q is equal to 0. In this scenario, 0, this one 0, equivalence to 0 to 0. So this 0 to 0 is 1, and therefore this also is going to be 1. Implication of 1 is correct, absolutely correct. Now therefore the second option I am taking, this is P is equal to 1 and Q is equal to 0. In that scenario, 1 implication with a 0, implication 0 implication with a 1. So now here just see, it's 1 to 0. So this is going to be 0, this is false, implication with this is 1, and 0 to 1 is going to be 1. In this scenario also it's both the scenario we got as a true. Option number 3, if I am taking P is equal to 0 and Q is equal to 1. In this scenario, 0 implication with a 1, implication 1 implication with a 0. Now here this is 0 to 1, it's a 1, implication this is 0, 1 to 0 it's going to be 0. So it's getting a false at this step. So first option we got as a false. Coming back to the option number 2. Option number 2, they have given P disjunction with a Q, equivalence with a Q, P with a. Now this is the query they have given. Same way, let us take one example when P is equal to 0 and Q is equal to 0. It means 0 implication with 0, 0 implication with a 0. It means 0, this one, 0 implication 0, this is a 1 implication, this is also 1. So it means 1 implication with a 1, that is nothing but 1. Similarly, second condition, P is equal to 1, Q is equal to 0. Now 1 implication with 0, implication 0 implication with a 1, that is nothing but 0 implication with 1, that will be 1. Now third condition, P is equal to 0, Q is equal to 1. It means 1, this one, P implication 0, this 1 implication with a 1, and therefore 1 implication with a 1. This is equivalent to 1 implication with a 1, and that will be a true. And last option we are going to take P is equal to 1 and Q is equal to 1. So here 1 implication with a 1, therefore 1 implication with a 1. So now 1 implication with a 1 and this one also 1. So therefore, so this will be second is tautology. For all the possible cases we got is second is a tautology, but not the first option.